Hey, it's Emily from Fresh. It's a messy bun kind of day. I feel like I'm wobbling around all over the show. My hair is that long now that it's so heavy, but I really can't bother washing it. So I'm very sorry. You're just gonna have to put up with it, I'm afraid. Okay, so I wanted to come on and do a little video because I do them all the time now, and definitely more of a talker than a writer. So I've done loads of posts about Fresh in the past and obviously how we work, but I wanted to do a video and just remind you, because obviously we do a lot of posts here. And but I don't think we tend to kind of give you an idea of how we work and I suppose the structure of what we do at Fresh, because obviously it's really important and we are very, very different. So we are a recruitment company with a twist. We are 4 years old. We turned 4 in May, and it's been a whopper of a journey so far. So the reason why we set up was because we wanted to create a safe space for people to grow, develop, learn, and empower people to be amazing human beings and be able to do what they've maybe not been able to do before. But aside from that, we wanted to do something really different. We wanted to make recruitment a better and more respected industry, because it has got a terrible reputation. The stereotypes associated with recruitment are it being cutthroat, like all just about the money. It's very much can be quite narcissistic. It's a lot of people tell lies in the recruitment industry, but there are a lot of good people out there who genuinely want to help people get the right positions for them and help companies grow. And ultimately, that's what we want to do. But we go quite a bit further than that. So mine and Laura's background before we started Fresh was we worked for an SAP consultancy in Manchester. We have 3 offices throughout the UK. Now, we doubled the size of their business in quite a short space of time. And what that kind of taught us was that you didn't need to specialise. So when me and Laura were in recruitment agency, before we went to the SAP consultancy, we both specialised. I did Microsoft, so .NET, all that kind of stuff, and Laura did SAP. And then we went to work for this SAP consultancy. Obviously, Laura was great because she knew what SAP was. I didn't have a clue, but I learned really quickly about what I needed to know, because I don't need to know how to code something. I don't need to know how to project manage a successful SAP implementation. I don't need to do that. What I need to be good at is speaking to people, identifying a rapport and maintaining that sort of communication, and getting people to like me and to buy into what I'm selling almost, by finding out what they're interested in, what they're driven by, what would make them happy. And what that taught us was that you didn't need to specialise. We placed director level roles, HR, administrators, obviously IT consultants, SAP consultants, an in-house lawyer, lots and lots of different kind of roles. And we were absolutely fine placing them. Like, obviously at the beginning you're a bit like, oh crikey, I've not got experience in this, but you can't just say, oh actually no, I don't want to do that job, because you're internal. You've got to do that job. You've got to deliver. But what it also taught us was that you had to speak to your hiring manager, speak to your client, and get them to understand that, are they looking for rocking horse shit? And if they are, to tell them that that doesn't exist, and being able to push back and say, right, what are the most important things that you're looking for in this person? And what can you absolutely not get rid of? And what can we compromise on? And it's that relationship and being able to give feedback in a constructive way to reach a better end goal. So it really taught us a lot. And basically what I'm trying to say is that we applied all that to Fresh. So we offer a much more internal approach to recruitment. So it's almost like we're in your business. We're getting to know you. We're learning what makes you happy, what sort of people you want to attract. And we go out to market and we find those people. But we do so much more than that. So right from the word go, we do personality profiling to find out about you, how you want to communicate with us and how we should communicate with you so it's effective. But obviously we apply that to the candidates as well. We can help you with interviews. So we sit in with interviews. We can come up with an interview process for you. We can also look at how you come across in the first place. So before we even get to interviewing, how are you sort of branding yourself? Are you on social media pages? Does your website look like the most boring thing in the world, but yet you're this vibrant, lively bunch of people? It's that kind of stuff. Are you making sure that how you look on the outside to the outside world is a reflection of who you are inside? Because if it's not, you're going to get the wrong people. If you've got really, really stuffy social media, but you're actually a really outgoing organisation, there's a major disconnect there, and that needs to be addressing before you even think about recruiting, because filling a vacancy isn't going to solve all these problems. And then we can also get involved in onboarding as well, so making sure that when you actually offer somebody, you've got a process in place for managing that person during the notice period, because this is where so many people drop out, because they have made that conscious decision to leave their current employer and come and join you, but maybe they've got a 1, 2 or even 3 month notice period where they're sort of vulnerable because they've left one place and they're coming to another. But if you don't speak to them and communicate with them and make them feel loved and welcomed in that period of time, what do you think could happen? Their head could be turned, and it could be by another recruiter or another hiring manager who's spotted them on LinkedIn and thinks, you know what, I'm going to impress this person because they look ace. And so it's really trying to educate our clients in that it's not over when an offer is accepted. It is far from over, and making sure that all these touch points throughout the process are adhered to make it as smooth, efficient and as effective as possible. So we are very, very different, and we don't specialise, as I mentioned before, because if you were internal, we wouldn't do that. And we don't charge placement fees either. So we don't charge 10, 15, 20% of a candidate's salary. We actually charge on a time-based model. So if you've got a requirement, you come to us, you want an IT support person, for example, we would go out and look at how the market's behaving, how many people are applying to jobs in your local area, what's going on LinkedIn, what's going on social media groups, on your Facebook groups, all sorts of different things, and then we come up with a price of how long it will take us to deliver that piece of work, and we guarantee to fill our vacancies as well that we take on. And a lot of people are like, well, how can you guarantee to fill it? But that's because we create such a strong relationship in the beginning, and we give you that feedback, and we only work on stuff that we know we can fill. If you've got a role and you're looking for, say, a .NET developer who's a senior person on 20 grand a year, you're not going to find that person. You're just not. And it's about being confident enough to say, right, something's got to change, otherwise you're going to be looking in 5 years' time and you're going to miss quite a lot of projects and stuff like that. So that's how we can guarantee to fill the vacancies that we take on. But that is subject to, you can't just suddenly change your mind and say you want a project manager after you've been looking for a developer, because that is a change of brief. So it's about being honest and transparent and communicating in a decent way throughout the whole process. So yeah, it is very, very different, and I suppose it sounds quite big when I say it all in this way. It sounds really big, but also what another thing that we do is we are very, very tailored. So it isn't one size fits all, because it isn't one size fits all, and so it's not like this is our service, this is our offering, take it or leave it. Some people don't have the budget to do the full shebang. They've only got, say, £1,000 to spend on recruitment. And in that way, obviously, we don't guarantee to fill that vacancy, but we will put in the work that is necessary for that person's budget, and really help that person do what they can within their budget, which is usually met with a really, really successful ending. So there's lots of things that we do at Fresh. It is very, very different. And then obviously during the lockdown period, we found our webinar feet and moved our training services online, which has been it's been epic for us. I absolutely love online training. We've done it face-to-face before, but never online. And I really love it. I really, really like it. It means that we can help more people. We can even go overseas if we want, which is just ace. So we've moved all that online. So we're adding value in so many different ways now. So we're doing LinkedIn training, onboarding training, team engagement training. Ronnie and Jane are doing CV training, interviewing, all that kind of stuff. And then Evie's been doing some branding. We even teach companies how to recruit without an agency so they can do it themselves. There's so much stuff that we do on the educational piece as well that could be hugely valuable to you and your business, or the business that you're representing. So yeah, I hope this makes sense. I'd absolutely love to hear from you on how we work, and I suppose how we operate. It'd be really interesting to get your feedback and any questions that you might have. And yeah, it's nice to share and be open about what our offering is, and in the hope that it reaches people. And even if I've just said something that makes you think, crikey, why am I not doing that? Let me go and apply that. I feel good as a result of that. So yeah, I'm gonna go now. So it's probably my longest video yet, but hopefully you've enjoyed it, and I will catch you soon. Thank you.